Hey, everybody, back again. Let's play more Factory, right? Today, I think it's Quartz Moving Day, Quartz Correction Day. And it's all, again, in the name of vanity, in that the screenshot's going to look really awkward. If we have this big, nice, dense line and then just hits this half-empty thing right here, no, we're going to fix this. We're going to do Quartz today. But first, we have Chores. Let's take a look at this. Shouldn't you be a little more in the corner? Well, it's fine. So first thing, I noticed this while inspecting my build yesterday. On one hand, yes, this is totally my fault. On the other hand, I'm going to blame everyone but me. Let's look at this. Here we have the stage 2 coming out. It's just backing up because we're still in the infancy of this system. Chromite stage 2 is backed up and cannot vent. Why is that? Because we can't get rid of chromite grade 1. How is that? How is that? Shouldn't that be working? No, that's copper grade 1. You fool. Don't try to vent chromite when you've assigned copper. It's a slightly different color of yellow. A child could have seen that. Wow, what a moron. Well, yes, I accept all of that. Now we're just going to get rid of it, like so. And we should probably trim that too. Okay, look at this. This also probably contributes to what I felt were relatively low throughput numbers, and that this is a fairly large part of reflux that wasn't refluxing critically early in the factory cycle, so this will cascade south to everything else. So there we go. We'll continue watching it, right? Rich clay into bricks is missing hands. This was pointed out by someone watching. Again, continually amazed that anyone watches any of these, especially with any regularity. Like, I imagine, well, factory-themed background noise is probably the best way to put it, in my opinion. A distressingly large number of people said they fall asleep to this, which is a weird kind of compliment, but I guess it fits. But yeah, people do watch, and they do see me screw up regularly. Where did I put this thing? Right here. Look, I did all this work, and I never actually put the hands here. Now, admittedly, we don't have any rich clay overflow quite yet. I mean, go take a look. Right here, none. We see none. We might get some soon, but right now we have none, so great. Thank you, kind viewer. Now we have the other chore. The other chore. Where is Mabic? Right there. Mabic needs petroleum gas. And petroleum gas is produced in one place right here. And it's produced as a recovery product from condensed distillates. What we need is actual, real primary Mabic. So how are we going to primary petroleum gas so that we can get Mabic? So this is not terrible. Olefins are nice. This produces a lot of petroleum gas, but a lot of input. Not sure I'm good. That's a good idea. Olefins we can do then the opposite, and then take the olefins and then turn it into get a refund on a lot of that. That's interesting. Yeah. So half of it will come back as light oil and petroleum gas. So it's actually making $4.75 with less light oil, but still it's kind of expensive. This isn't bad. This is probably what we're doing, right? And this is what we're doing right. Oh, it's terrible. Look at this. This is awful. This is just a glorified vent recipe. And absolutely not. No. Here we go. Here's our target. Tin, chromium, aromatics, and hydrogen makes a whole lot of petroleum gas. Do we have any space over here? Like this definitely calls for being right here or right there. Yeah, there we go. And then we can just tie it up right there. Yeah, that's good. And is this actually chromium? Tell me it's chromium. No, it's filtration media. We have easy access to aromatics right there. We don't have any chromium boxes around. I mean, I'm sure I could find one. I'm pretty sure this is a chromium line. Yeah, right there. But the chromium line comes here and ends. I could drag it down to here and then do this here. And then chromium, that's probably a lot better, honestly. Okay, so let's do that. So let's go grab some light oil refineries. We're going to need a lot of this. So, I mean, grab a full 10, I guess. You are right here, I believe. Yes. And then what else are we going to need for this? We're going to need windmills. We're going to be setting up a new block. We need to get rid of the stone. Be gone. Let's go. Let's set this up, and then we're going to... Amazing. Absolutely amazing. Then we're going to dedicate ourselves to rehabilitating glass. So right here, we're going to use the chrome line. So what we need is to find a proper, untouched, right there, template, which you would think I would blueprint and put in my stack of blueprints, but you would be wrong. That would be incredibly foolish of you to think I would do something like that. Oh, nice. It's a good amount of electricity being made. And I'm starting to use it, too, by laying down fields of centrifuges. So that's tin chromium. Ooh. Glad I checked that before going any further. Tin chromium, slightly... Is that what I need? Okay, hold on. Hold on. No, it is tin chromium. Okay, all right. Never mind. I was wrong in about 3 separate ways, and somehow they all canceled out. This is what is known as false knowledge. It's when you think you know something, but you're really just elaborately mistaken. And this is going to be a little unfortunate, isn't it? But such is life. Yeah. Maybe we pull it back like this and we trust in something else to get us over right there. I mean, it's going to work, right? Yeah, it's going to work. Of course it's going to work. All right. Light oil refinery. Get out here. I picked up a whole bunch of you guys. And I want you to make this petroleum gas. Hydrogen, we can get in a line. We're going to need a line there, and we're going to need a line of aromatics, both of which are kind of trivial to get right here. And you produce 150 a second. So maybe we only do a single line of this to start. Just do this, you know. And just assume it's going to be okay. We have to leave a via. And we have to leave beacon space on probably the south side, it looks like. We can really take advantage of the space now that we know that we don't have any inputs out to worry about. So, yeah, that's pretty much good enough, right? Where's my tin chromium? Where'd it go? Oh. Smug chuckling. Sure. Okay. That's all right. So what are we doing here? Nothing comes in via the biofluid. This is all just completely primary pipe, old school Factorio style. Maybe we even put the beacon space on top. There is a large amount of choices here. We are spoiled for choice. And yeah, beacon space is probably most natural on the bottom, though. We'll leave options for the moment, at least until I fill everything else in. Let's just say it's going to be on the bottom, because then at least it has a chance to affect the lower level as well. which may not happen, mind you, but it might happen, and that's what's important. Let's leave the option open. So what we need to do is pick up all you, snuggle you right there. I think that's where it needs to be. And then we have a line right here. Tin chromium continues to prove its worth. Oh, you don't even have to worry about power. Okay, I spoke way too soon right there. There we go. So that's what we want. I really should have done this on the model instead of doing this now, but yeah, I would have. And I really should be facing the right way. Maybe I should be paying even the slightest attention to what I'm doing. We know very well that's not my way. All right, so now pipes. Aromatics are right around the corner, right? We have a primary aromatics line right over here. Does it come through already? Yes. Yes, it does. It comes through to right here, where we will continue it. No, it keeps going. It jukes. Interesting. All right, so aromatics comes in right here. We just tap in to the main line. Good. Now, we should probably get petroleum gas out now. And to get petroleum gas out, it should just come straight across and then straight up. Only that's going to be a problem because straight across, so probably right to right here. All right, let's do it. And then we'll have one less problem, question mark. Oh, this is going to be unfortunate. Here, take all this away from me. I do not want it. What's crucilic acid even for, anyway? Oh, this is going to be a little bit unfortunate unless we put in another jump, which I will do. Right here. There you go. All just not to touch the walkway. Touching the walkway is a sign that you are not on the correct path, that your soul is not correctly aligned. Your spirit is rotten and putrid. You touch the path with pipes and you build upon it without consideration. This is not the way of your ancestors. Well, frankly, just if we want to take that literally, it's the way of not only my ancestors, but me from like 3 days ago. So this curse is a little poorly aimed. And that's the last thing you want in your curses. You want like to be a sniper rifle with your curses. Oh, and we have to also limit this. There's petroleum gas. And now that we are putting a bigger supply online, I'm going to leave it, the Mabic, as a biofluid thing for a while. Now that we're not supply constrained, and we're going to see if the biofluid network can keep it running. And if it can't, well, then we run a line. There's no excuse for not running a line. You need to be regulated. Overflow, less than, underflow. There you go. All right, so that works. So now all we have to do is find a hydrogen line hiding somewhere around here. And you would think that would be relatively close, because hydrogen has a lot in common with everything else. It's like right in here. Don't you produce a lot of hydrogen? Don't you have commerce with the lightest of elements? Certainly not that. What is this? Oh, this is hydrogen right here. This is a primary hydrogen maker, right? No, this is taking hydrogen and condensing it. So where are you getting that hydrogen from? Right here. There's a line right here. Got it. From a primary hydrogen maker right there. And that's right next door. All right, got it. know what I'm doing. I am the right person in the right place. We're going straight up, friends. And we're going to turn it on like that. Just give me a minute. Okay, now I'm the right person in the right place, friends. Ignore how I was before. I'm a different man. I've changed. I've changed, I tell you. All right, plug in and watch her go. Great. Perfect, right? This is exactly what I want. Make me a ton of petroleum gas. Why have you stopped? Can't vent? I find this dubious, friends. Anyway, petroleum gas generator done. Chores accomplished. I can feel good about everything that's happened right here. And we turn up at some point. Where did I not connect this? Did I just walk away without connecting it? Saying, hey, there has to be... Wait a second. This is... No, we're still good. Right here. No, I connected it. Why are we not connected? Okay, what's going on? What did I do? Now this pipe has nothing in it, so right here is where I didn't do it right. Okay, got it. Understood. No, it's offline is what it is. Ooh. Ooh. Okay, that's kind of the worst kind of thing to do. Because not only does it not work, it also makes you look incredibly incompetent. As if the rest of the factory does not make that clear. All right, there you go. That looks like it's flowing again. And then we will look at what we have done. We will consider what we have become. And we will weep bitterly for the childhood what is lost. And just crushing it, right? Crushing it. I wonder if we're going to run low on aromatics at any point. Show me a graph. Petrol gas. Yeah. Yeah, that's a difference. 1.2K a minute. No, 2K a minute. And then all the way up to 55, 57K a minute. That's what you want to see. Then it's going to be flowing straight into fluid sorting right over here. Maybe right over here instead. And then, yeah, there's probably a conga line of Gorbachevs coming. Right there, I'm betting. Those guys. All right, good. And then we'll see if the Gorbachevs can keep the Mabic properly saturated. If not, I'll run a line. It's expansive, so that's good. But it needs a lot of it, so that's bad. Anyway, running a line from here over to there won't be terrible. This is why I do all the fluid processing in one place. It tends to be needed. Anyway, it is time to turn my attention to greater things. That, as always, is trying to make a better screenshot. Let's put the light refineries back. It's going to be a long time before I need those again. Thank you, everyone. We need jaw crushers at minimum. We probably need everything else. We're probably going to bring the notepad back in a second here. Probably not that many, though. Because I remember I picked up all the quartz service animals in order to try to drain it out in anticipation of moving everything. See, this is completely drained out, so I can move that. So this is not going to get moved, but it is going to get expanded as per normal, right? And it's a completely standard crushed quartz system. Only we put ours farther against the wall now, which I may or may not want to do. You see, we leave more space. Let's not do that quite yet. This is all burnt out. Good. This is not. So we are still over cubed. All right, we'll figure out what to do about this. It's going to be moving a lot of material, almost certainly. Okay, math time. Once again, return a Mathtorio. Notepad, return. So we're going to have 36 of these guys as per normal. So 36 times, how much you do? 2. Oh, it's another, each 10 produces 2. It's just like chromium. So you are 72. And so we're going to see if we can withstand this. See if the next steps are very reductive instead of expansive like they were for chromium. It's a good thing I'm doing this first then. I have learned something. Look at that. World first. Learned something. All right, so this eats at 10, but it's a straight pass-through, unfortunately. So we end up with exactly 10 powder. 72 powder sec, because it's just a straight pass through, right? Yeah. And so we end up right here, and we eat the powder. Each powder becomes 10 quartz pulp. So, okay, this is a number I don't really like. Pulp 1, right? And it's pulp 1, great. And this eats at 100, so already we're at 8 of these right now. So just if we want to have 72, we're going to need 8 of these. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, that's nice. We're going to need 8 of these, and they ain't going to fit because they're bigger than this, and this is barely fitting. So this is going to, once I rescale everything, this is going to be 2 rows. This is going to be 2 rows. This is going to be 2 rows. Well, let's just keep going. This takes 100, so this is going to be, again, 2 rows. We're going to need 8 of these guys. Pretty sure, anyway. Well, yeah, because it has to come over in the end. So 2 rows, and this is going to, and it's a 360 pulp 2. At least I can do this in my head. That's so very weird and so very dangerous. So 360 pulp 2, because it's a 50% reduction. And then right here, it's just a pass-through. So 360 prep quartz. 360 prep quartz. And that's what all of you guys do, right? This needs 2. Yeah. Why isn't this running? Oh, it was never hooked up. So this was never, ever, ever running. Okay. Acceptable, I suppose. Anyway, moving on. 350 prep quartz. And now it's divide by 33.3. Uh-oh. 360 divided by 33.3. That's going to be like 11, right? That is, in fact, 11. And that gives us 10.8 quartz cube. And that's just what this is a main product. Oh, and here we finally encounter space. And then here, this is probably going to get moved all the way south. So this entire block is probably going to be reclaimed. We might be able to fit this all in. And then just not move this. Yeah. That would be kind of funny, but I'm kind of up for it. Especially since it has all this stuff coming through. Let's take a look at chromite again. Just take a look. It's flowing in. The material's coming. Oh, we're stopped up again. Oh, good. Ah, good. Fantastic. I'm glad that was there. That was great. 100% fantastic. Glad I looked. And so you're going to back up for a while. Going to be a little busy, I think. What is this? We're just impact crushing grade 3 again. All right. Almost there. It'll be over in a moment. Okay, great. It'll work its way through. Oh, another backup. What do we got here? This is number 4. This might be a legit backup right here. No pulp. Just nothing's moving. I bet you there's no pull on the end of this. Yeah, look at the sands. The sands are very expansive. Full up on chromite solution, can't vent. Not that it matters. Yeah, full up on molten chromium, and yeah, okay. That's good. Glad I looked, right? Glad I paid attention. So, we're going to get a ton of stuff in our inventory we do not want. Oh, we got to keep going. Because we're not done yet, just because we hit the cube. The cube is the happy place for right now. Then we can go to this. This is what we do. This is our plan. And then the next thing is high-grade quartz pulp, which is 5 into... Like if we do this on the other side of the manufacturing area, it's fine. So it looks like quartz has a different intermediate step instead of being reduced and then sintered. Because it needs a flot, and that's better just from the beginning. And this just looks bad. Like, I'm not giving you a fuel rod for just a little more. Like, you're going to have to twist my arm to get me to do that. And then here, this skips the fuel rod step entirely for an enormous amount of glass. And this is, again, not done in any of the new buildings. So, all right, let's start correcting this. And I think what I have to do to begin with is just rip all of this down. And I have to put it in the proper alignment to be just like all of its buddies. So what I do, we'll start here. No, it's a titanium one. Or lead. No, lead is only a single out. Titanium is what we want. I think. No, it really is more iron-like than anything else. But the problem is iron has 2 lines out where we only need 1. So what we want is to do this. And will it catch everything? That's really optimistic, isn't it? Just putting this down like this is probably a very poor plan. So, arrivederci. Goodbye, my friends. Just say farewell. It's going to bring me a lot of material I don't want. Yep. That's where we are. Paste. And we just put this down. And we angry belt that down. And hopefully that gives me a little more room. We're going to have to adjust all that up there, and that's fine. And I want you to smash the quartz ore. I really should be doing this in a more intentional way. I didn't have enough? For real? Oh, we can make this go away. I'm just going to leave the notepad down because I think it's distracting. Just assume I'm doing something vaguely okay, right? That's a good assumption. And this flashing is going to give me some form of cancer, so let's get rid of that. Rock comes out, immediately goes up on rock line, right? And then rock line out, great. So no problems there. What we have is problems with the quartz in, which I can solve by doing that. And get a nice little patch right there. Very good. So quartz in taken care of. What terrible material made its way into my person? Problem now is, of course, you make crushed quartz, and this is not crushed quartz. There you go. And then some is heading out. Don't know where it's going to go. And then we get the joy of actually... Here, you don't need to be like that. Again, a problem of me just wantonly dragging my mouse cursor all over the place. Trying to figure out... you have to do this line, too. That's wrong. Frequently touching things it should not. Okay, so what have we done? We've already made it look like it belongs more in this world. We're not making forward progress here, but we're making aesthetic progress, which is almost as good, right? That's what I tell myself to get through the day anyway. Oh, it's bringing me a soda. Oh, man. I wish I had these bots in real life. Make my life so much better. I actually shouldn't overdo it on belt. In fact, I should probably run away with my inventory as it is, because we're going to have to move a ton of stuff. All right, so this is good, except for the fact that it's not hooking up right. This waste quartz line right here. Why was this never right? Mr. Whale, I need you to take a lap. Okay, first off, I need you to be whale hungry. And now I need you to give me some of this. Thank you. Oh, you walked away. So I can't wrench it from your gut cavity. All right, right there. Go. Now that is correct. Good. All right, so jaw crushers in place. And this is a 5-to-1 reduction step. So there is no need whatsoever to have multiple lines. And once again, my inventory filling up with those things what I do not want. All right, so crushed quartz is a product. So we're going to have to get crushed quartz into a box and then restore one of the dinosaurs to service. Do we want to just keep it with this? We should probably upgrade it and think about the future, right? Zoe, what we will do is this. Pick up all you guys. You gotta be juked north as high as you can. And that's enough. So, we take a aerial outpost. I said an aerial outpost. And like right here, right? This is our goal. Oh, it actually goes. Nice. And then we need an in. And we need a split. There we go. And nothing was lost. Okay, so quartz in there. And now we have a... Which whale or dinosaur was in charge of this? No. Pure sand. Oh, I should have checked on that, right? Maybe he's already over there. Tending to some quartz line. That's boron, right? This is probably earlier. Powdered quartz, close. You would think I would put the... Here's quartz cubes, not sugar. Oh, wait a second. Okay, right here, crushed quartz. And this is primary crushed quartz in. All right, you get to keep your job. Dinosaur hungry. And then you fill cargo that doesn't exist, and you empty cargo here. All right, so what you need to do is now come here and fill that cargo. And you are primary in. Yeah, you're probably going to be fine, right? Okay, so this taken care of. Next up, we have to come down here and we have to properly size all this. You know that thing I said where I'm making the notepad stay away? I lied. So here is... Oh, look at that. And look at that. So we are doing 36 of these. We're making 2 crushed quartz a second. Right there. And that gets passed through directly into the powder. So this step right here is going to need 8 ball mill. And this step right here that comes next, we're going to make the powder, and we're going to take 5 powder. Oh, wait a second. This is 72 divided by 5, which is a different number. We're going to need 15 hydrocyclones. And that's unfortunate. Then to handle this, we need 8 scrubbers. And then for prep quartz right here, yeah, this is going to be bad. This is going to be shades of chromite processing right here. No. Here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And so I'm going to need to put in, maybe I only put in 2 rows of that, and I just kind of ignore the fact that there's a bottleneck that's slightly unbalanced. Yeah, maybe I do that thing. Forgive me, friends. I'm space constrained. Anyway, this you're going to need 8 scrubbers, and then followed that, we're going to have to do 360 divided by 33.3. Oh, it makes 1 a second? No, wait a second. It's a different calculation. We're going to need 11 centrifugal pans. And then to make the cubes down here, this makes 33 a second. This eats at 33 a second. Yeah. So we're going to need, okay, we're going to need 22. This is getting bad. And then we have to fit that all in this space and this space. We have 1 block, 2 block, 3 blocks to do all of this. I don't think it can be done. So there's 2 rows here. So row here. And then we need 15 hydrocyclones. Is this real? I don't think so. It doesn't look real. Where did I get 15 from? It eats at 10 a second. Oh, I probably looked at the recipe. Ah, yes. I looked at the recipe instead of there. So we need 8 hydrocyclones, which is still 2 rows. So it's here and here and here and here. And we might have room to put in 8 scrubbers. And we can't fit 8 scrubbers. We might be able to get all 3 of these in here, because it looks like I could double that. Maybe. Big maybe. And then all that's left is 22 centrifugal pans in 2. We might be able to do this. And then move all of this further south. This goes way down at the bottom, where we cast plate, as is the tradition of our tribe. Okay, we'll try this. So the first thing I need to do is get rid of all of this, unfortunately. So logistics off. And let's just move this right there, and move this right there, and shove everything in there. Pull everything out. Pick up all of this, right? Just don't get energy drink. It will not help. Okay, so that comes with me. The existing sand gets dunked. Don't we have a sand line? Don't we have that now? That's sand casting. I don't see sand in. And I guess that's something we import. All right, so this goes away now. Off with you. Oh, I don't have any bots. Okay, it's just like that moment when, why is nothing happening? But I order it. We're going to keep you here for the moment. And then copy, paste, take all that, shove that over there. Now this can come down. And then what are you doing? Oh, this is when I shoved all the powder onto the belt. Because powder is also needed somewhere, right? Made in green 6. So yeah, that's why I pulled it out. Okay. Noted. So, I guess just pick this up, huh? Now I'm ready to just pick up all of this. Except for right there. Except for the pipes. The pipes seem like they're probably going to cause me more problems than anything else. Alright, destroy, I say. And then all of this, destroy, I say. And then this is probably all just going to get flushed in the end. Okay, so in my inventory, I now have multifarious garbage. Yep. Actually, I'm quite full up on everything. Where are boxes? So you go there. Okay, maybe that was a little much. We still can't pick it up. I mean, we can just pick it up. Here, take this sand. Gravel will make its way out. I need to go get ball mills. I need 8 ball mills. I have 8 ball mills. I do not need ball mills. Allow me to correct myself. So, ball mill right here. And we have to try to save space. How do you function, Mr. Ball Mill? I would love to get you all in one line. It looks like I'll be able to, honestly. Yeah, that's nice. That still works. Is that in line? Yes. Yes, it is. Okay. Well, that's some good news. Cough, cough. Coughing completed. So all this goes like that. Great. And it's just a straight pass through with also making some more materials. So what we'll do is we will just do a straight pass through with some more materials. So something like this. So in and then out. You will be powdered quartz. Right there. Bang, bang. You will be gravel. Kind of not a necessary day today. I probably could have just not done this, but I feel it's necessary. Okay, right there. And you come across, I guess beacon space goes on the bottom. We try to make that work, and then it has to come down by exactly 1. No, yeah, exactly 1. So all this come down by 1, please. How are we doing on bot fuel? Oh, we're almost out. We have to get more after this episode. 100%. Let's write that down on the to-do list. Get bot fuel, or else I'll forget, right? I mean, and then I'll forget anyway, which is truth. And this is a gravel line, yes? Yes, that's gravel line. The furthest extent of said line, actually. So here, have some gravel, and please dispose of it. We do not want it. It was never welcome here. Then beacon space on the bottom, as per necessary. As is necessary. Okay, that's fine. Right here, and then up. Great. Now we need hydrocyclones in quantity 8. Oh, and we got them. You are certainly going to have to be 2 lines. Because it's bigger. They're bigger, you see. And then if I try to do this, it hangs over, so it don't work. So this and this is what we're doing. Something like this. It makes it hard to put the beacon space in the bottom. Yeah, we'll figure it out later. Quartz pulp, stage 1, right? You eat 100 a second, you need water. And it's just pulp, the quartz comes in, we'll split off right here. Actually, you should have a flip. You should be flippy. Right there. And then over for reasons, right? Now we do output powdered quartz. And you head that way. Great. And then you just come into the center, star of the show. I guess we have to put the beacon space on top here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So it should come south by 1. I'll drag everything south 1. That's fine. And then beacon space will be in the center and, also fine. So good. And then right here, good. I hate how it doesn't pick up the center. High five, Mr. Whale. We gotta do something about this flashing. So we are getting close to being able to claim progress. Hard as it is to say I'm making progress by going backwards like this. So it's in and 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 in. Perfect. Then if the beacon space is like that, we'll just... Oh, wait, it's going to be complicated. How to do, right? I don't think there's a huge difference, is there? This is probably no, this is not preferred. Get the feeling that this does just a little better than the other way. V, V. V, V. Okay, good. So, what we need to do is not touch this area right here. So these guys have to come in a little bit. And these guys all have to come in a little bit. All right, my fault. My fault. Should have paid attention. Didn't pay attention. There we go. Now just repair the damage, what we have done. All right, so foist. Water will come out right here. And we'll put all the water over there, which is probably a good idea, right? Second, this stuff comes down. Oh, all you guys got to be V'd. There you go. And you go right there. And then you go right there. All right. So good. I think this is good. This may in fact be good. And then we'll be able to do this like there, and that's how it hooks together. So, all right, there's our output. Now all that's left is collect tailings. This is probably never going to happen. So you get to come up and down like so, and then like so. Oops. And then we won't hook it up quite yet, because it's not time yet. We're almost there. All right, so I probably should have copied and pasted this instead of doing it over and over. But the flaw exists. And I'm unable to stop myself. Okay, great. All right, that hooks up. We're not quite ready to hook up tailings yet. Okay, there we are. Then all this has to come down by 1, I said. The whole thing. Once again, making the bots very upset. Okay, good. What do you mean you want it moved 1 tile? Why couldn't you have gotten it right the first time? Are you just guessing? Are you just guessing? And this is tailings, right? That's muddy sludge, and yeah, that's tailings. It's got the icon. So right here. Can I get rid of you? No. Okay, good. Come here, turn that way. And we are done with these 2 levels, and we have all the rest of this area to do the scrubbers, right? And then maybe do a few of these in interest. Yeah, we'll be able to get this all in. Yeah, we're on just the scrubbers right now. We can do this. And it'll be nice and properly sized for this from this point forward. So I guess we're just going to move you, and you're going to come over here. How much water do we need? 200 a second. So we need what? 3 of these guys going. Something like this. You have to all make water for me. And then water comes in right here. Oh, it was never hooked up. Ooh, that would have been unfortunate. Great. And then, yeah, we'll do it this way. It's a little awkward, but also a little neater. A little tidier. So good. Then we have all the water we need, and we're going to need more water. Like, this isn't the end. We're going to have to redo this because, like, there's going to be more needs for water coming up. So don't get attached to this, guys. There we go. How's the electricity profile look? Ugh. This still looks... Ugh. Ah. Okay. Okay. I try to do good, but in trying to do good, I do not do good. How am I to resolve this paradox within me? And we're just going to leave this water line for right... Well, it's not hooked up to anything, so no. And there's the muddy sludge line, which will probably have to be pulled off. Like, just all of you, you all go away now, right? Okay. And we try to remember you one day. Okay. What we're going to have to do now is put in next stage, which is scrubbers, right? And I'm going to need to go get more scrubbers. You have the exact same footprint as this, so you're not going to... We need 8 of you, and we don't got 8 of you. What an interesting sound. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah. More scrubbers needed. So let's go take a look at that. I guess what we've learned from this is I had close to proper proportions for the first area, at least. And then after that, all just kind of fell apart. Scrub us. Now we will do this properly. It's fine to take an episode and do something actually properly. So like there, and maybe we'll have one row of... We have 2 whole blocks to do 2 whole steps. And that's totally doable. Because this guy's going to get evac'd. So we're not going to have to move this production area at all. Which is good because I never wanted to do that. And we'll just earmark a couple blocks somewhere for further processing, like this one and this one. And then we'll have some more room for more glassware. That works. It's a good idea. This is a fantastic plan. This is quartz pulp stage 2. And this is the reduction step, right? Yeah, 100 in, 50 out. Okay. So what we need to do now is leave beacon space. What is in the center? And we are sand in and iron oxide out. That's really unfortunate. So I guess it's iron oxide out right here. And then, yeah, it looks like the rest of this block is closed off. All right, I suppose. So something like that. And then we'll have sand in. I'm really kind of curious why we don't have a sand line somewhere, you know? Right here. Nice hug belt. And then in the middle, we'll put the beacons. Super straightforward, right? Probably pull it up a little bit. At least make it so it's centered and regular. Looks intentional. Do we really just not have a sand line? He says for... I wonder if I could ever turn this around and immediately just use it. There's been a lot of sand in and out, but it's all been internal, right? Here, let's take a look at sand. Glorious sand. It's used in tin. That's right. It's brought in for tin and tin concentrate, quartz. And it's going to be needed for nexolite. Do I draw a line over? It's used in chromite. So do we have a sand in down here? We do. It's kind of far to draw a line because you'll have to come all the way up here. And it's really weird I would do this instead of using the logistics area. So the real question is, do I put in the effort now? Is it worth it? And I kind of don't think so. We're going to need it for nexolite. And yes, we need it for oil sands as well. Oh, that's for a venting recipe. So are we just going to say we're too far in and just throw this job to the whales? Guess so. Guess that's what's happening. You don't exist in this form, but you will exist in a moment. So just hold on. Hold your horses, buddy boy. And then right here, I guess. And we clip this line, because of course we do. Okay, so right here. New sand in. The good news is we have a whale accustomed to doing this already. We should probably not go all the way with this before I know exactly who's got sand. He has pure sand in it. Do we need pure sand here? No, just sand. You have pure sand. You have sand. This is your job. All right, let's readjust you. Whale hungry. You fill your cargo there. You empty your cargo at a place that doesn't exist. And then you gotta empty that cargo. But just wait. We're not quite done yet. All this goes right there. Pick this thing up. Dunk that in. That goes first. All right, now you go. Great. Slick. Beautiful. Why is this not connected? What is wrong with me? I don't know. Gravel. Off you go. So there's our sand in. Now we just have to worry about the care and feeding of all of this. So this is, again, more water. So I really shouldn't have done this like this. I should have just a full block, or maybe just another one right here with a central, with rails going. That's probably a better plan, right? And so if we got beacon space on the inside, right there, and then right there, this means we're in the correct configuration, right? Excellent. So we will do this. Bang, 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 bang. And you get copied and paste. Oh, you have to be V'd. V'd. Yeah, perfect. And then up here, we will do a water line, and we will do whatever is that? It's a 1. Okay. And it'll be okay because the building's big enough to handle this and an inserter. So beautiful, right? And then a big V. We have our unit. And then like so and like so. Now, what I need, probably power. Now just copy and paste this, right? Grab it all, and then you go right there. And this will come in like so, and that'll come in like so, and all I have to do is make sure that let's just give them its own generator. V right here. And then link across as per normal. Perfect. And I do mean that. I'm glad I was able to put everything in this row without any struggle. All right, water flooding in. Great. We're going to need a staple at some point. It's fine. Right there. Perfect, right? There. All the water you could ever want. All the sand you could ever want. Now all I have to do is just get rid of the iron oxide, huh? Which I probably should have taken care of before, but whatever. There. Good. Now we trim that. We have to get the quartz in, and that's going to be unfortunate because, okay, one, there's no staple. And two, it's right on the sand belt, so I have to get sand in our pockets. I hate that. So this is quartz 1 right here. So you'll come off, and then down you go. And it'll just connect over. And then once again, down we go, and then connect over. Beautiful. I like this because there's no reflux. That's basically it. Nice, easy, straightforward calculations. There. You have everything in you need. Now you just have to have... How much do you make? Probably a lot. We're going to put in a aerial outpost, even though I don't think it's entirely needed. But I do think it's better to build with this in mind than to be surprised later. Okay, and now we have another dinosaur. Who carries rust? It's going to be one of you. No. Yes, you. All right, allow me to realign your perceptions. Dinosaur hungry. And I need you to fill cargo at a place that does exist. Thank you. Fill cargo. Go do that, please. All right, he's ready to go. He's prepped. He's ready. He's in the zone. He's thriving. We can hook this up now. There we go. What is this? Who's complaining about not having something? Oh. Maybe I should look into that one day. We're out of repair packs? We're out of bots. Well, that's going to lead to problems, isn't it? Let's put that on the to-do list. No bots, Northern Embassy. Great. We're going to leave slaked lime here because I don't want to flush it. I mean, it obviously doesn't do that. And you are ready to go. Great. So next up in our thunderous progress, we're going to try to keep the creosote. Where is a centrifugal pan? You are next. And we need 11 of these, right? We make the prepared pulp. So you eat at 33, right? And it produces at 50 a second, so right. 11's about correct. And now here's where we just get cubes in our inventory. It's like cubes are a reason for celebration, mostly. Mostly. All right, stop there. We'll have a cube bin right here, and then maybe we'll remember we have it here. Maybe. That's a distinct possibility, I think. This is looking pretty good, I think. Oh, did we have to collect the powdered quartz? I hope not. Oh, we do. Uh-oh. I didn't put that in. It's only used for green sick. It's not even that Yeah. Yeah. So it's a very, very, very light draw. So, well, how do we do it then? The proper place to put it is right here. However, we have caused ourselves problems by the other choices we have made. We are hemmed in on all sides by our choices. Every decision we make closing the vice on the rest of our life. We're just gonna put a caravan outpost here. I don't really believe in this, you know? There we go. We'll even do this. Right here. The extent of my non-belief is as so. I'm even going to put down just normal hands. Not even going to put in stack inserters. Is that a nice straight line? Kinda. Kinda not. Kinda doomed. Anyway, who handles powdered quartz? Probably isn't even here, right? Because powdered quartz isn't needed in barely anything. So where are you, powdered quartz? Right there. And that's you. Okay, so once again, dinosaur hungry. You fill cargo at a place that is existent, please. This is where you fill cargo. All right, continue about your business. All right, so that works out. This works out. That works out. It's time to rip down all of this. Like this water line's just bugging me. All right, all of this, be gone. I'm definitely gonna have to refill. Yeah, we're almost at critical, unfortunate. All right, so we need 11 centrifugal pans in order to make this work. And can I put them in a row of 6? I really hope so. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, is this true? Is this true? Centrifugal pan, where are you? 1, 2, 3. It is true. Well, it's not that bad, he says, coping heavily. Because I can put how many lines in here? 1. Okay, well, what do you do for it? Well, okay, it doesn't actually even matter. All right, so paste. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Then we have to do another one like so, and just pretend, right? We play Let's Pretend. And then it's, yeah, I guess we just take up this area down here with as much as we can. It intrudes, and then all this gets moved way south to smelt whatever it is that we're smelting, and then make the plates. And then everything right here has cube pass through. Okay, that's fine. That's okay. So, is this actually real? Are you real? You are not in a good position when I look at you and I inquire as to the state of your reality, whether you are but an illusion before one of my many senses, attempting to trick me. Centrifugal pan, we're probably going to need more, right? Yeah, we are. All right, so let's just focus on what we're doing and then come back and get more. So down here, we have 10. I'm so tempted just to do a little short because I'm rounding up to get to this point. How much am I rounding up? I need 10.8 of these. So tempted just to be a little short. And I think that's what I'm going to do because I don't like these. It's a huge waste. I will be a little bit underbuilt right here. And for this sin, I will have to find a way to repent. So that means we're going to have 2 ranks of 10, and that will be just fine. I don't think it's a critical failing here, but then again, that is pure cope. So what we're doing is undoubtedly H, 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 like so. And then beacon space is in the middle, so we should have done exactly the opposite of that. H, 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 H. And we want the single-sided thing in the center. So good. It's all just different white dots. I can't tell you how much I appreciate that, because in fact I don't appreciate that at all. So we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Excellent. And then you'll go over here, and then right there, and then right there, and then right there, and right there. Beautiful. And we should have done quite so much. And then on the oot side, we do what is normal, yes? Would I swear to myself? Oh, be careful. You saw that, didn't you? Don't tell anyone that happened. Okay, like that. Right that. Right that. And like so. We're going to pretend this is all going to be okay, right? We are good at playing, let's pretend. And it's the slaked lime which gets the... Oh, you're going the wrong way. All these guys are going the wrong way. It's all just white drops. Come on, Pi. This is a big V again. Still the best feature in 2.0. Being able to invert this stuff. And you're backwards. So you get changed. Oh, imagine having a fluid demon in this. Having just a misconnection. And then having to check it all. And it's all just white drops. Oh, man. That would be very, very unfortunate. All right, and they're just a liquid-liquid transformation, right? So just shove that in right there, and then right there, and then right there. And we are one step closer to doing something more interesting with our life. All right, so look at all this. You're doing good. You're producing 2. And 2 comes out not here, but here. So you come over and you head south. This way, friend. I know where to go. And you will go like that. And then you will go that. There. It is in. Next, we have to bring a rail of slaked lime down, which is right here. Shall do like so, just directly. Approach the problem directly. We're going to have trouble getting around, so we're going to do a staple off the end. So slaked lime in tremendous amounts right over here. And then we will staple it, and there will be no problems. Excellent. So 2 is in, slaked lime is in, prepared is all together. Okay, we are done with this section. Yes, I know I'm a little short. No, I don't care. We just got to get through this. And what are you doing? Should I assume that this is a real line? It kind of looks like a real line. It's not adhering to good space usage principles. But watch me hop this Orgo line right here. Watch this trick, guys. All right, so what we need to do is just this over again, only we're making the cube now. So we take all this, I'm pretty sure it starts right there, right? It ends right there. And then we just put it right there and just straddles the orgo line. And there we are. Prepared quartz, but we need to go get another one. That's fine. We need one more. And we need to make you need to make the cube. You are all cubish. We need creosote in and we make tailings out. Why do we have muddy sludge here? What's the muddy sludge line doing, guys? Like, have I skipped a step? I've done that before. Powdered quartz. Oh, here's muddy sludge. You are not tailings. You are muddy. Okay. God, glad I asked the question, right? Glad I had the baseline curiosity. This is muddy sludge. It is not tailings. I have hooked it into tailings. I am a fool. I am a fool, and my factory suffers as a consequence. If I only exhibited greater wisdom, this would not be the case. I need another centrifugal pan while I'm all speedy. And we'll go get that. And then maybe we will close this area off and we'll get through this today. I was kind of worried that this would take more than one day to do properly. But quartz processing is apparently kind of simple. And having the guides already here, very, very helpful. All right, so you make tailings. Don't just ignore everything else. So prepared comes in like this. That's number 2. Don't pay attention to that. And so prepared quartz should probably just come in like so. Are you all hooked together? No, it is not. All right, so you come in right here then. Like so. And then grab, and then prepared quartz right there. There, prepared quartz comes in to all this, and then down you go to right here. Beautiful. All right, that's the primary input. You now need creosote. Are you guys hooked up? You are not. So we need a creosote line. Easy enough. So right here, I like how I'm able to reuse some of the old infrastructure. Makes me think that maybe I'm doing something correct somewhere. All right, there. Creosote in place and properly terminated everywhere, leaving only tailings out. Almost out of pipe. This is tailings right here. Like how I look at the pipe and I know the pipe's use. Okay. Great. And of course, we have a product out right here. Do not intrude on beacon space, which is right here, and that's on the end. All right. Here, I'll make it work. Yes, you wait. I'll make it work. And you almost certainly come down right here, right? Yeah, let's get rid of all this. Can't be any worse, right? Why didn't I do any math on this in the first place, you know? I feel like I probably could have saved myself an entire episode if I would have done this properly the first time, but I was probably in a hurry, and I probably didn't have the buildings, right? Because I needed to get glass online, because I was trying to get the mall online in basic format. So maybe there was no hope there. Maybe there was never any hope. Okay, so right there. All right, quartz cubes coming out. I have to remember to do cleanup, and I should have remembered to go get more pipe. All right, so we have reached the pinnacle, the absolute utmost. Now, here we are. This is going to have to be moved entirely to the south because this is all getting picked up. All of this is getting picked up. And this is universal power in, I suppose. Here. Let's turn you on all the way. There you go. It was never updated since I updated it. Why is this any priority at all? Alright, so good. Then we should see a conga line coming out. Oh, we need power for everything. Maybe this was a good idea. Maybe it wasn't. I don't know. What I do know is all this has to get moved south. And we've made our cubes. And the cubes will walk down here. And then some of them will... Here, this is going to be the cube line, I think. Well, no. Does it keep going? Do we have the opportunity to keep this going? We have stoppers, and we established that stoppers are used only here. Oh, and also here, which I guess is also glassware bounds. We're committed to do this down here, huh? Oh, it only has to be made once. It's personal equipment. All right, I can do that by hand. So what I need to do is this. You got to turn that way. Then you get picked up. Then rubber stoppers get shoved right there. And the rubber stoppers get shoved right there. And then you, right here. Don't worry. I know that I carry the cube. All right, there we go. More stoppers. Go to Stopperheim. All right, and then we just continue making the cubes come on their way. Cubes come with me. Cubes, super important. Cubes, critical to all factory. All right, so we do have just a cube line coming down. And is it in an okay place? Kind of no, honestly. It's kind of too far over. It's at the very furthest extent that it could possibly be and still line up with everything else. You see? It comes in right on the edge. So I have to move this and turn this down immediately, which will work. I mean, is fine, I guess, but is not the most aesthetic. So come back to me, my cubes. Come back to me. I missed you, and I want you to come home. And then we have this problem. No, that is our... That's not a problem. That's what we want to do. Okay, good. So right here, and then this just gets picked up, huh? All right, it is time to do a move. Yes? More cubes. What I need to do is grab on right here and divest myself of my worldly possessions. You must go light to go far. Then, okay, my worldly possessions really do need to include the belt, though. Or else this part of my training will not go well. What I want to do right here is one of you. Actually, no. We want to pick all of this up. All of this is just pickup time. Because this is just making molten glass. And this has to come all the way to the north now. And then the sand also gets picked up. Probably just shoved back in the box right now. I guess we leave the power. Just shove the sand back in the box for the moment. Why do I have monolayer? So all this just gets stripped out. Right? Oh, I've got efficiency mods in this. This is more cubes, eh? Great. Wonderful to see. And the great cube conga line continues to head south. And right here, this is again all going to get moved. And unfortunately, this glass is going to live in my inventory for a long time. Clip this right here, I think. Maybe even right here and right there. Okay. So what do we do in this area? All right, what do we do in this area? We are going to be doing whatever is the next beyond Das Cube. Let's go take a look. And I guess we keep power in right there for historical reasons. This is looking more in line with everything else, isn't it? So Das Cube now has to be made into flots. And we're going to need pretty much the same number. We might be able to shove everything into this box right here. But cubes come in and they go to a liquid step. And then after that, words fail me. After that, they go back into another solid step, right? Where is a hand? Where is a power pole? Where are all of these cubes? Really? This is clipped too? This shouldn't be clipped. Oh, I guess it's because I clipped it. That's what I did. I clipped it. All right, there we go. Now you have power, right? Cubes making their way out. They're not stacked cubes. Oh, that is kind of an issue, right? So stop that. Use your space efficiently. There we go. Stacked cubes. Next. Here, we're even gonna make sure it looks fine, even on this stage. All the way south. And this has to be picked up, unfortunately. I guess I just pick it up, huh? Simple as. And then this has to be picked up. And I guess I just pick it up, right? Simple as. Then that I can't pick up. This does have to move, though. This comes all the way south. And then all of this is untouched, which is just, yes, score. Wonderful. And we drag it all the way south, and we do what we always do down here, right? Only it's going to be a little different because we are using glass makers instead of any other arc furnaces. So off we go on a journey. Not so much a journey of self-discovery, because we don't need to discover who we are. We know who we are, and we know why we're here. There is no factory, and we are going to make factory. I still don't like how this line is so far over. I feel like it is quite literally out of line. Like I should juke over right here and just bring it south. Where would it be right here? Yeah, I probably should, right? Do it like this and then pick up all of that stuff again and then bring it back to the hand and blah, 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 blah. Stuff keeps going forever. Let me take a look, and this is a little ugly, but nowhere near the ugliest thing I've ever done. So at least we're not setting new records today, boys. Then tomorrow we get to do something new again. Now we have to do zinc processing right next door. Then I don't know if I'm going to redo coal. It's probably good if I do that. Oh, we're here. This is goal. Redo coal like I'm redoing glass right now. I think it's probably a good idea if I do that, but I don't really want to, you know? Because it's just kind of wasting time. It's Nexlit, zinc, and then Nexlit, and then we start on weird stuff, meaning antimony, molybdenum, niobium, diamond processing, cobalt processing, gold processing, all of which are pretty new, except for cobalt processing, though we're going to have to do that. That's a tree. That's a tree right there. Going to have to mark it. I don't want to pick it up right now. Don't want to log in my inventory. I've got enough inventory problems. All right, so next. This comes all the way down, and now we're in whatever product we make from up here. Whatever it turns out to be, it now turns into glass right here. And that bitumen seep's pretty important. Oh, and this is going to be a problem, isn't it? Because glass makers make a lot of pollution, I think. And there's not a lot to absorb it around here. So I think this is actually going to be quite a bit of a problem. There are issues associated with this. And the farms are far away. All right, whatever. It's just a healthy factory, right? This is what a healthy factory looks like. So what we're doing down here is, kind of got issues, right? Glassware. This is what we're doing. And I don't know how many of these we need. And we want this recipe. And we want to put this in line. And you need the pure sand. Yeah. So, come up here, put it in line with everything else. Make it look proper. It's like right there. I'm probably going to double it. Aerial caravan outpost. Like right about here, I guess. This is most useful. We'll do something like so. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Right? And then it's 3 materials in. What's our proportions? 20 pure sand is a lot of pure sand. So we have a serpentine belt with bisulfate and the cubes around the back. And then we have a straight pure sand belt in the middle. Okay, good plan. Glad we had this talk. And then it's boop, 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 boop. Like so. And then a Koopy, and then a V. And then we cut it out. We quit it. And then it's like that, right? And then it's only 1 material per, so that's not any problem. So it's going to be like this, and like this, and like this, and like this. And like so. Copy, big H, big V, big H, right? And we will try to wrap it around properly. Okay, so this is going to be sand in, and then we're going to have fuel in right here. I'm going to run out of pipe, which is fine. I can go right get more pipe. And we'll have fuel up here. Then all these guys need efficiency modules, right? Which is exactly how many I have on me. That probably means something, right? Oh, and this is unfortunate. Yeah, this is really unfortunate. Why would you put it right here? It's like the least convenient place possible. Okay, beacon space goes there. All right, great. And then Koopy, 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 Koopy. V, V. And then in. All right, that looks pretty good, I think. So, we need power. Just normal electrical power. There we go. All right, better. So we have liquid power. We have glass out. We have to get all sorts of stuff we need to build. We need to bring in sulfate, which is going to be on one of these belts. Bisulfate. No, carbonate, excuse me. I mean, you throw carbonate all over something where you need bisulfate, you're going to have a real bad time. So you have to go like right here. And then you have to go like right here. Not sure if I believe in this. Oh, you're right by the bitumen seep? Oh, you're right on the bitumen seep. No, no friend. That thing is needed. So you're coming all the way down here. Like this, the purpose of this entire area is glass making anyway, so that's fine. All right, so dust cubes will come in right here, right? And then move this down a little bit, just a little bit. And you will be, oh, we're missing all of our building material. Well, anyway, hold on a second. Carbonate gets tossed in there. Pure sand gets tossed in there. Let's go get pipe. And then we will proceed. We're going to tie this off. It's going to be right near the normal time for ending the episode. That's good. We did good today then. We have built glass of the future, which we would have thought would have been all right already, but who knew? So down here. I need to go get my stuff. Where is my stuff? Can I pick you up now? Kinda. Here, let's get rid of this glass. I know what to do with that. Glass is going to be out right here somewhere. So I can store that right there. And we have to remember to get rid of all of the scrap material we've left around. Or maybe we don't. Either way. Right? No one's going to sue us if we don't. Here, come with me. Okay, so stay down here. Our carbonate comes in like so. I'm almost out of hands, too. That's an issue. Then you're straight in. Perfect. You guys went on an adventure, didn't you? All right, so right there, and then the cubes come over. I don't want to hook it up quite yet. We'll do that in a bit. And then we have sodium carbonate. Where is my sodium carbonate deliverer? It's you. The job is given to a normal dinosaur. Dinosaur hungry. Good luck to you, sir. Empty cargo. I'm afraid of upgrading them in place because I think they'll lose all their programming. All right, there you go. I hope it works out for you. I cannot guarantee anything. Now. That has to come around and it has to loop around here. So it really doesn't matter what side loops where, right? So you're just going to continue to be inside track. And you will be outside track. Okay, good. Perfect. So that is all hooked up. And power is, in theory, hooked up. So where do we go to ask for power? I never asked if I'm on the correct depth here. If I should pull this up a bit. Well, I'm committed, right? If future me has to rip this all down to make it a little more vertically efficient, so be it. That is a sacrifice I am prepared to make. Okay. All right, so we need liquid power for all of this. So we have a liquid power in up here. And so long as we don't hit fluid extents, I'm not going to care about the distance. What is this? What are you doing? This is clearly happening for a purpose here, and I have completely obliterated its purpose. What is that? Vanidates. I murdered the Vanidates line again. Okay, that's fine. That is okay. It'll be fine. Just reconnect it, and then blame the intern. Right there. And then down here. Just run, run, run. Don't touch the walkway. No, don't touch the walkway. Do you not listen? Were you not listening at all? And then this is probably the single worst line I could have picked to do this. How wonderful. We're going to do a little knot instead. There we go. There. You have fuel in. You have sand in. Well, you will have sand in a moment. I'll handle that now. And then we will cast plates. Here, this shouldn't be there. Great. And then right here we do sand. Where are you? Who does pure sand? You. All right, so first off, you get upgraded. Whale hungry. And then I want you to fill cargo there and empty cargo at a place what is existent. Empty cargo. Do that. Great. I'm almost out of hands again. I've probably been almost out of hands this entire time, eh? But don't worry, we'll get through this. So I think I want to go up right here. And this leaves room to distribute more pure sand should it ever be necessary. Okay. This gives the impression of working at some point. Sand arriving. Which leaves only getting the molten glass out, and then victory, right? Great. Let's do that. So we'll go out right here. We're actually making molten glass because I actually have cubes in the system. I suppose we just let it go, right? Just let it go. We're not going to have a big reveal like last time. It's fine. Okay, so down here, and we're going to leap ahead, I guess. So this has to be hooked up last. We have our glass in. I'm going to leave it right there. And then this comes out somewhere. What we need is more hands, and we need more glassware areas. So we need 8 glasswares, I think I'm going to use for casting glass plate. Do I have any in here? Wish there's a way to search the... Oh yeah, exactly what I need right there. Beautiful. And now we need hands. There we go. All right, let's finish this off. And then, just in time to do a recap, right? This is a good day. Especially it's a good day because I didn't have to move any of this stuff. I managed to find a way where they peacefully coexist. That is glorious. All right, so now we are producing the final product according to me. All this comes with me. Just drag it down like somewhere right here, right? And we need a whole bunch of efficiency mods, and we don't have anything. We have none of the pieces of this, so we have to go on a little adventure to go get more pieces of efficiency mods, and then we need 16 of them. That's all right. We're almost at the point where we can start making high-tech stuff like this up north, but it's not quite there yet. Oh, good to see that is filled back up. Good to see this is completely filled up. Good times here in South Factory. Are we actually up researching? Yes. We're slowly mining ourselves out of everything, but that's no... yeah, same as always. 1, 2, 3, 4. Building things by hand. So quaint, right? So cottagecore, artisanal handmade modules. There we go. So those will be delivered. And I guess the best thing to do is just use the oh, I made a slight mistake here. Just a little inaccuracy. There, and hook that up. In the exact same place, hopefully. Yes. Okay. There. You've got your fuel in, and you need carbonate again. Oh, wait. It's done the same recipe. We want to make glass plate right there. It is a very simple transformation. We typically do hot air on the outside, right? And then all you guys have to be reversed. Sorry. And then beacon space on the inside for if it is ever needed. It just mirrored they move these. Is it in a different space for this recipe? I kind of think it is. And I hate them for it. I mean, I admire their dedication to making my life awful. But at the same time, you guys are a bunch of dicks. So yeah, it has to be right on the edge in order to do this correctly. That's okay. All right, almost done, almost done. And then we will get to look at our shiny new, properly scaled glass maker. And then the molten glass will come like so, and don't turn it on quite yet. And it's like this, and then like this, this. And we pull hot air over. And that should be really simple, right? Because everybody over here uses hot air. And I guess we do this then, huh? Probably could have thought this through a little better. But that would be very uncharacteristic of me. Right there. All right. Excellent. Clip that. And then should probably just all latch in over here, right? This would be best. And we do just this. Okay. That is a little weird, but it isn't a lot of weird. Oh, that's a big mistake. There we go. And then we have hot air in, molten glass soon. And now it is time to plug in. And once we have power, we are going to be ready to go. Good. Nice straight lines. All right. No, we're not quite done. Well, one thing, because this belt is going the other way. The other thing, we're not... this is kind of poorly placed altogether. And I can't pick it up, unfortunately. There we go. Did I put down all my bots? I did. So you have to come 1, 2, 3. That's where to be. And then dunk all of that in there. Pick up all my stuff again. There. Now we are truly ready to go. Only we probably need more hands than that, right? Traditionally, that is true. Okay. Shoot for the stars, right, kids? All right. Good. Good. And now we just turn it on, right? And we get a bit of a preview because we kind of did this in the wrong order. That's fine. There we go. Now, who carries the glass? Oh, all those guys have to go back. Oh, that's unfortunate. Here, I can just release you back into the wild, right? Here. Go empty that cargo. Go do that again. You were good at it. So where was Glass Whale? It's not a caravan, that's for sure. So Glass Whale up here probably is just trying to offload, question mark. So quartz, that's borax. Where is the quartz? Didn't I do it like this? That's niobium. No, right here, glass plate. All right, there you are. And you fill cargo here? Wait, what? I want you to go empty cargo. That is not correct. Okay, wait a second. Hold on. Causing myself problems, right? Because there's a mostly full glass bin, isn't there? All right, so okay. Okay. I think we all understand what's about to happen right here, right? Where is that mostly full glass bin? Which still exists. Okay, just pick it up. Doesn't exist anymore. And I dunk it in there, and then dunk it in there, and then we're going to figure out something to do with that other thing. All right, so where is this whale? I just moved his bin. So where is? Right here. And you fill cargo at a place that doesn't exist anymore. Let me adjust your attitude. Add destination right there and fill cargo. All right, and come and get it, please. And then maybe I'll shove all this in there and it'll be okay. Here, where is my stack inserters? And we will just have a fun little salvage area right here. And I'll pick it up in a bit. Okay, great. So don't turn that on for a bit. So this really isn't going to be, it's going to be kind of anticlimactic. I got to go check out all of these inputs over here and see that everything is serviced over in the manufacturing block, which may or may not need to exist. All right, that guy's there. No one is servicing boron trioxide, which is good because it's being brought in by line right now. Then I picked you up, and that guy's trying to deliver. Okay, everything is fine. Against all odds, against all logic and reason and probabilistic analysis, things are actually fine. Where are you? All right, you're going to be here in a second. We're going to retain this bitumen seep. We'll use it eventually. Actually, we should leap over it. Well, it's too late now, isn't it? Yeah, we'll have to do that one later. Okay, that's fine. And once this gets here, I'll be able to... Hardly matters. I can probably just start it right now. In glass, very short line. Shorter than titanium even. Which makes sense. It's one of the more simpler materials. All right, take all that. Get rid of it. And then here, I'll help. Okay, I'm not going to help very much, I guess. Toss it in. There we go. All right, we are kind of complete, yes? All right, let's turn this machine on. And let's bask in the glory of it being on and the fact we're hitting exactly 2 hours once this is done. Once I've finished with the recap, trying to justify what I have done this day will be exactly 2 hours, which is to say virtuous. You can also just stare at this and wonder what I've messed up today. I'm sure it's many things in many entertaining ways. All right, so right there, hook it up. Yep, everything is good. And so, where are the problems today, I ask? Where are the problems today? Then we're going to crunch it down. Smash, 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 smash. And then we get the... Oh, wait a second. Take that away from me. That handle's here, and some of it comes over into this box, and that's going to be fine. I've got glass in my inventory. Not really surprising, I suppose, given what I've been up to. Oh, this isn't connected. How wonderful. Truly, it is great to learn this. I'm really surprised we kept it saturated for as long as we did there. Alright, so I want you to take this away. We're going to have a slight surge in all of this. Alright, good. Now it comes down right here, and a lot gets picked up for later. That dinosaur is servicing this. I wonder what I forgot. All these guys going. No problems whatsoever here. A couple of these guys going. Try not to remember the fact I need 11 here and I only put in 10. Let's just let that one go, okay? It's probably not real anyway, right? Right. Probably never going to need it anyway, right? Right. Left plenty of space for beacons to speed up everything, right? Like really aggressive beacons, too. It's going to be okay. I swear it's going to be okay. Alright, is anyone of you going to drop some bricks? Anybody? I suppose we are stripping out a whole lot of material here. I guess we just say we're just going to say this is correct and it's working. I declare it's working by fiat. By my role as engineer, I say we do not have to do a full QA cycle. That this is sufficient in order to release. It's what management wants to hear anyway, so great. All right, let's recap. Let's get out of here. Great episode. Glad to have this time with all of you. This was a good use of time. Come on. Are we inside? No, we're not. There we go. Are we inside? Yes. Okay. It's engineer shot put or skee ball or something. Shuffleboard. Right there. Right about there. And then right about here. And this button. And we come all the way up. And so was this all just vanity? Vanity. Only vanity. Then adjust. Kind of perfect, right? Kind of, sort of perfect. All right. So what did we do today? First off, screenshot. Today we reworked Quartz. There was nothing wrong with Quartz. It was just not done in the pattern of everything else. It was one of the, I think it was the first refining blocks I did of all of them. And it was just to get a little dribble of a glass plate into the maul for the sushi belt. And I accomplished that and I walked away. And then later, as my ideas evolved, I started to really solidify on the start with one full city block of whatever the first processing step was. Unless there's a really good reason, like chromium right here. And then glass was just not set up correctly compared to that. So I went through and just redid it. And there's nothing new here. It was just done in the pattern of everything else. I could have waited until there was a problem and then added in a new block right here for further processing because it is not finished. But I didn't do that, and I don't really regret anything. Today was a good day. Tomorrow we started in on zinc, and then maybe we do coal, I don't know. Maybe we do bitumen, I don't know. Probably don't do borax. Why did I do borax like this? Why did I do this like this? Why didn't I do this properly? I don't know. This was all before the mall was just spewing out buildings. So maybe I have to go do all of these again. And so it's all nice and uniform. I don't know. Anyway, tomorrow is zinc, and I don't think there's any big problem with zinc. It's just going to be another step, and then everything goes, and it'll be fine. All right, that's all I did today. Nothing new, but made what I consider progress at least. So, bye-bye, everybody. Bye-bye. Bye-bye, bye-bye.